They don't get first seed, but they get second, which means they get side selection going into the first match.
And here we are, Imperium Pro Team up against JPV in this all-important match. Both sides looking to try and pick up this win. IPT have all the chances residing on this match specifically.
They can taste it, though. JPV can taste victory right now. One win away from heading to the National Minors at 5-1.
They're looking for a little bit of a bot play.
Oh, they got him.
Finds the Undertow flash. Death sentence, not able to collect the... Ooh, takes out the AD carry splash very early
Shana,
on.
what are you doing?
Might be able to find this. The host coming in from the silence and the flash forward. They're looking for the Undertow, the last hit. Not able to find that damage. Such a strong early skirmish, taking out multiple summoner spells.
At the end of the day, IPT don't get anything for that except for 2 flashes, which they burnt themselves. However, the flashes they burnt were very crucial. Bottom lane is a very passive, safe bottom lane for coming up for IPT. It's a Kai'Sa and a Lulu, both burning their flashes. Whereas IPT, they still have flash on Lucian. It's their jungler who burnt flash, which is not as important this early on. Jungler's going to be inside with the minions and monsters most of this game, and if he goes for a gank, well, the laner can flash for him.
Yeah,
so
it's going to draw pressure down to the bot side, and Spirit not having flash isn't going to hurt him too much.
Yeah, so not having flash means that, you know, IPT can now try and punish this bottom lane, which they already have the draft to do. So Lucian, Thresh, super aggressive early, and you know what? Lucian, Thresh don't even leash for the Ola. They go straight to lane, making sure they have lane priority going into that matchup. What I would have liked to see, though, I would have liked if, you know, they were able to get the Ignite down on towards Lulu, try and pick up that early kill. But at the same time, Shana, absolutely no business being in that second brush after Mia already force flash. That was a very, very poor mistake.
Holding on to that was a pretty weird decision. They could have just dropped the ward instead of opting to hold on. Meanwhile, taking a look at a little bit of the jungle patterns coming out from the Sejuani right now. In the mid lane, they're looking for a bit of a trade. Aggressive summoner spell on the Irelia. The Ignite might see itself landing onto the Silas. Instead, they opt to not go for that.
Look at how Mia's playing.
Too. They get the flay off first. The Polymorph coming through. They do manage to find a hook onto the Kai'Sa. The heal coming out. Counter heal as well. One Ignite burnt, one Ignite not.
You can see how Mia was playing there. Every single time Thresh stepped forward, he had to play it safe. Bless, though.
Over in the mid lane, the cleanse comes out, the flash.
Oh, no!
Away. Oh,
Bless!
gets into the turret range! And Silas picks up first blood.
That has to be a nervous play coming out from Bless there because he had that kill. That was a kill for Bless. He might have been able to duck away from the turret aggro as well, but he flashed on the spot. Not in range to get the final auto attack.
Unable to traverse the distance he needs to get that kill, loses his life. Bless in a difficult position, starting off the game.
The instant cleanse coming out from Silas as well. Getting rid of that Ignite tick damage ASAP. And still Bless just one auto attack. He played so close to the turret there, but turret won at the end of the day. Now it's going to be Silas coming back into the lane with the advantage. You know, the ring has been picked up, the dark seal, the ruby crystals available as well.
Meanwhile, down the bot side, they might be able to find a kill onto the Lucian. They jump in with the Lantern. That's going to be one kill onto the Lulu, but it doesn't matter too much because they're going to trade it back, and it's 2 kills over to JPV.
Mia has to be careful, or Olaf could try and sneak a kill if he lands an axe here.
Trying to push forward. Does manage to find a little bit of damage. The Undertow comes out a little bit late, though. They trade back and forth. Nini takes a lot of damage from the turret, but the Aftershock will save him from a lot of damage. And back into the mid lane. It's a trade back. Shouldn't be too much action, but they're looking at a lot of damage onto the Irelia right now.
But you can't fight him anymore, buddy. He's a big chained man right now.
Oh, yeah. Whipping the chainsaw around. They're looking to try and take him down here.
Yeah, it's just now Bless has to play around that Aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Lomi has the Aftershock up, it's so difficult for Bless to get any damage down unless Conqueror's been popped on his side. Oh, this is disgusting, though. Thresh coming in.
Gank over into the mid lane. The flawless duet finds the stun onto Silas, but there isn't much playing room for Bless. He gets taken down. Just a solid roll from the support overall.
Nini needs to do something about this. Bless made the mistake, and Nini needs to clean up the mess. He's already helped out bottom lane. That's 2 kills going to Mia. They're going to be very happy with that. It's a BF sword against a Vamp Scepter in a lane that Mia should be behind early on. Fine. Help Bless. Bless is 2 levels behind Silas. Forced to pick up an Avarice Blade very early on. And it's the only lane that's doing bad right now. You're right. You know, Vlad's getting, doing well. Top side right. Oh, I thought Jax would smack him a little bit more.
A little bit difficult. I think it depends on the jungler matchup. I think jungle matchup here, a little bit favored to towards the Sejuani, so I can understand why you would say that. But here we have a little bit of zoning coming in. They might be able to find a catch onto Shanna. She has the flashback up already. Now they're looking for a catch onto Kaisa instead. That's a great death sentence to start off the fight. Now they're looking to get the catch onto the Kaisa. Gets that kill first. Flay away from the headbutt from the Sejuani. Means she can't follow through. Might see herself get taken out here. Flawless Duet, the first charge coming out. Unable to find the second stack. The Polymorph flashing forward. The Lucian gets the kill.
And now IPT have now broken this game wide open. Bless is in trouble as well.
Just chasing forward, and with the ultimate steals, the chains coming in from the Silas, a double kill, and 4 kills on the Lucian means that they're gonna go right over to the Infernal Tree.
I'm not sure that JPV understand how their composition works here, Grainer, because they've got the late game. They've got the mid-game team fights as well, but they can't duel early. How the heck do you expect to skirmish against a Lucian Thresh? Against a Silas who has a level advantage in lane, 2 kills already, and an Olaf at 6 minutes into the game. You can't. You don't take those fights.
No.
JPV just needs to stay in lane, scale up, farm up, protect the Aurelia who is so far behind in that mid lane, and wait for the late game. Bearing in mind they're only 2,000 gold behind. We've seen comebacks at this point before, but not a strong showing or a strong start from JPV yet.
I mean, that's what the Vladimir is trying to do up in the top side. Spell is just holding on his lane.
But Jax is level 6 now. He's got Conqueror. Sooner or later, he's just going to start bopping people with his lantern. I mean, not going to help much.
Not at all. So here we have it. A bit of a problem up in the top side, because it's the one lane that they say like, oh, let's just go for the farm, right? Whereas in every other lane, the lanes that are supposed to be playing safe aren't playing safe. Might be a bit of an issue for them there, but taking a look at this jungle pathing coming in from Nini, very aggressive counter jungling. Might be able to find something, but it's just a return from the Olaf.
Yeah, it just takes them away. Look at that. Spear's just waiting to try and get something done in this mid lane. Punish Aurelia further. He's not... Look, it's not about getting the gold onto Aurelia. If you kill her, she's not worth much anymore. Not worth the full 300. But, yeah, kill onto Aurelia. That puts her even further behind. Already forced to go Avarice Blade. She's not going to have much available for her in these fights.
Yeah, severe deficit of resources on the Aurelia makes it difficult.
Mia can't step this far forward without Thresh and Olaf showing themselves. That's a mistake.
Jumping in down to the bot side. They're looking for the kill onto the Kaisa first. She tries to use her ultimate to get away, but the chase after with the Ragnarok means she will be going down shortly after. The last auto attack from Lucian. Switching away from the calling for those shots. Still gets the kill.
Tell you what, IPT are playing this game, and they're playing for first seed right now, Grandin. They are looking to try and win this before 28 minutes. And if they can do that, they're guaranteed first seed in the case of a tiebreaker.
It's a big draft for them. And they go in for this early game aggressive strategy. It's paying off well right now. 7-2 Infernal Dragon. They should be able to translate this into a little bit more.
The only saving grace right now is spells. 76 CS top side, 30 CS ahead. Try and make a difference.
Oh my goodness, but over into the mid lane.
Make it stop!
Hit after hit, just taking down Bless right now.
Defiant Dance for Aurelia no longer reduces the magic damage. That's an ability that's not very useful in this matchup. Bless just having a horrible time.
But they're calling in the Sejuani, the lockdown, but the returning gang from the Olaf means they find Bless anyway, and he steals away the ultimate from Sejuani trying to chase after. The axe comes through, but it won't be able to catch the Sejuani by the knees.
That was a bit poor coming out from Bless. Had flash available to jump away. Didn't have to dash forward once Olaf showed himself. Just disengage. You've got Sejuani there. Sejuani's got a, got the, what's that thing? The thing before Cinderhulk.
The Balmy
Cinder. Ready? Yeah. Like, tanky enough. Just back away. Let her tank the damage instead. But I think Bless is just having a really poor match right now. Bearing in mind, Silas is doing really well into this matchup. It's only really the first kill that Aurelia can have any say whatsoever, and he messed that up. And then now Bless, I think, just not feeling it, needs to get together. It feels like at this point it's getting towards tilt territory. Even then, bought boots, sold it, decided, you know what, I need damage. went from Merc Threads straight over towards Sheen and said, I need to do something in this early game or a bit useless later on. It's a 3,000 gold deficit though.
Each trade with Silas has just been proving very difficult for Bless here in the mid lane. The Sheen might be able to band-aid the problem for now, but I don't think it's going to mean too much in the grand scheme of things. And down the bot side, this aggression continues. Marky with the very strong Lucian pickup.
Yeah, not going to the Storm Razor just yet. Or it might be. I might be wrong. I can't remember what the new build for Storm Razor is.
For Kaisa?
Yes.
Kaisa does not build Storm Razor anymore.
Why is that? Storm Razor got buffed in 9.5.
It still is not the preferred item of choice.
Why?
I can't remember the reason. You're the analyst. You should be telling me.
Yeah,
but
so I'm going to tell you, but I'm just waiting to hear why. Because you're telling me it's not.
I think the existing build is Infinity Edge. I think in Korea, they go BF Sword into double pickaxe for the Kantian Raid upgrade, and then finish for the Infinity Edge.
What I've been seeing a lot is the Storm Razor pickaxe to guarantee the upgrade on Q, and then it helps as well with the upgrade later on if you started Doran's Blade.
Yeah.
So let's see what they build later on. Protecting bottom lane dive here, Nini making sure it sticks down here.
Trying to hold on to
Turret
the
is so
turret platings. A lot of them already been taken out. A lot of gold for the aggressive Lucian right now. 500 gold bounty.
There's just no priority for JPV anywhere except for top. Like Speltz has got some good priority, but mid lane's fully pushed in by Silas. Can't do anything there. Bottom lane's being dominated by Lucian Thresh. They go straight back towards the next dragon. I think that's another Infernal they're going to pick up.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Oh my goodness, the flash death sentence. Unable to find it there, but the culling as well as the relentless pursuit. Mycia get a kill, flashing forward with the piercing light. Shot after shot. It's a double kill for the Lucian.
Maki 7-1. 7-1 on Lucian after being put down early by the gank that came out from Nini.
Just great execution, and the fight doesn't end. Olaf chases after 2v1 with the Ragnarok, but into the fight right now is Flawless Duet, followed by Flawless Duet. They're chasing after the Sejuani, gets that kill, and Silas joins the party a little bit late, but it doesn't matter much.
And Speltz has got a good flank here, but I don't think he can get anything done. Not with Bless so low, and
even with the teleport, that's going to be the Lantern jumping forward. They're looking to try to take down Speltz right now. The Ignite taken away. They force the flash. Flame might be up pretty soon. They're still chasing after. The box comes through as well. That's going to be one kill. They managed to equalize a little bit, but still going to see him take one. Might find a second. Just barely unable to see it happen.
Almost picking up two for himself, but unfortunately falling down. Look at that. Jackson is natural habitat. Just kathunking onto turrets.
Sejuani isn't even there to try and stop that right now. Just gonna go pick up her Krugs first instead. Might hurt them in the long run. Jax is farming up pretty well, especially with this downtime for the Vlad who doesn't even have teleport right now because he had to teleport down to that bot fight.
This is a disaster for JPV, and I'm a bit shocked by the performance coming out from Bless so far. I can only harp on it so much, but man, the spillover effects. Losing mid lane due to a mistake is one thing, but then being punished for it and having it affect bottom lane because of a roam that came out, it's a disaster.
All right, Fish, I have something for you. Okay, look at Olaf's build.
Yep, he's got redemption.
What? He went first item redemption.
Yeah.
Is there something I'm missing here?
This has been what? Where have you been?
Well, I mean, you try to get the Bobby Cinder first, don't you?
He's got it.
Well, he didn't have it just now. He went for redemption right away.
8 assists. I don't see why he doesn't have it. Like, why not?
I guess that early aggression paid off, even without the tanky
Remember,
stats.
the upgraded Barmy Cinder isn't as great if you don't have the extra health stats to back it up, because now you need a lot more to actually proc the passive Barmy Cinder, get the additional health. I can see just like, yeah, we're going to just take turrets now. I'm very curious, how do JPV get back into this game if they have a chance? Because that's now Infinity Edge picked up by Mia in the bottom lane. But what else? I mean, Vladimir, sure, scaling well. Aurelia's got no items.
Bit of information coming through for JPV as they look for a catch onto the Thresh. The redemption comes out, but there's no safety for the support here anymore. IPT lose a member of the team, but they're finding things elsewhere.
And so Speltz gets that, really feels like right now. JPV need to hold on to 30 minutes in the match and then just hope that they can get a big team fight and scale up. Or look for picks like this. It's very difficult to get a pick onto us Olaf, though.
Yeah, just staring each other down. The Olaf doesn't look to get caught out just yet. A couple of undertows just to provide a little bit of harass. Comes in with the Ragnarok a little bit prematurely here. Won't be able to find anything. That's not going to transition into too much. JPV just going to force IPT away, but they still pick up top turret.
Big item pickups as well. I mean, Lucian 7-1 after the first death coming out. Blade of the Ruined King, as well as the Black Cleaver picked up already. 2 massive items for Lucian. Means that now he's going to have not only great early, but mid-game is going to be no problem for him too. Kai'Sa with just the 1 item is going to need 2-3 to go toe-to-toe against Lucian at any stage. Way too strong. Going to rip through front line and back line equally. Now going for the next, the rapid fire upgrade coming out for Lucian next.
Yeah, they're into those upgrades very quickly. Kai'Sa having completed her Infinity Edge gets a little bit more damage. Won't be opting for that additional pickaxe to get the early upgrade to the Incantian Rain. Meanwhile, Jax establishes himself back up top side. And looks like they might actually bring in Bless to respond to the Jax now. It's an interesting matchup. I think the way that Bless is so far behind. Doesn't even have her Triforce just yet. Might be difficult to go up against the Jax. In any case, might actually be the closest matchup that the Irelia is going to be able to handle here. So could take this time to just try and farm up.
I actually think this is where Bless needs to be because he's close to getting that Trinity Force. And when he has that, it's not a great matchup. Like, I don't think it's going to do really well. But it is a matchup they can potentially win. I just checked in with the community stream. Archangels are 21 to the 4 kills of Royal Zone. So it looks like Archangels are going to be able to pick up that match. We'll check back later on to see if they actually do win.
Meanwhile, IPT continue on to this
they want to fight.
Elemental Drake. Might see a catch out onto the Thresh. He will get chain CC first. A lot of damage onto the Olaf as well. He doesn't have the Ragnarok to try and get himself away. Silas jumps into the fight in between 4 members. Might get collapsed on. CC just going to keep it locked down for days. The Polymorph onto Lucian. He looks for the Relentless Pursuit over the wall. The Incantian Rain.
Jax, though.
Chases after some damage. Jax couldn't cancel his teleport. Might just see himself get caught out here. The Chilling Smite. A little bit more damage. Might come through. Flash away from the Jax. He gets back to the safety on the turret.
That's a little bit of a reprise coming out from JPV. Now they're just going to do that about 3 or 4 more times, granted to fully come back to this match. But great job. They identified the correct lane to put Aurelia in. Like you said, Jax is the only lane that she can really go toe-to-toe right now. Because you put her up against Silas, you put her up against Lucian, that's not going to go well for Bless. Bless didn't even have a single item at that point. So fine, put her against Jax. Jax is going to still destroy that lane, but not as hard as any of the other ones. And then they find a 3-on-4, and they take it.
Yeah, and we don't even see the Ragnarok coming out. Looking at it now, it does seem available. So we won't be using that fight, and the Silas just jumps in between 4 people. That isn't as strong as he hopes to be at this point.
So Maki tries. Look, Shano's. I really love when Shano picks up the Lulu, because he's so patient with using the Polymorph. Whimsy's Maki, as soon as he decides, you know what, they're focusing a lot of attention on towards Silas, I'm coming back into the fight now. And then immediately, Whimsy comes out, Maki's locked down for 2 seconds, can't do anything. I really like that patient holding, because it would have been really easy for him to just go, hey, Silas is here, I'm just going to drop Polymorph on Silas so he can't deal as much damage. But no, held on to it, used it on the AD carry, well played from the support.
Exactly. Very smart decision coming in. Smart plays coming in from Shanna. Bit of a death sentence onto spells. They're looking for this fight now, trying to get the catch onto the Olaf, but the Ragnarok keeps him safe and away. But the flash forward from Spells going in for this. That's the call to action. They will get 1 kill, but won't be able to find too much more.
Now, look, JPV are not back in this match yet. Jax is free hitting turrets. But they need to be a bit careful, because we're getting towards the 20-minute territory. One major mess up, and that could be a fight going IPT's way.
This might just be the mess up you were talking about. They find a bit of a catch onto the Sejuani, the chase forward coming in for the Silas, but he gets locked down despite the cleanse, goes down anyway. Lucian looking to try and keep alive. Oh my goodness, walks right into the hook, and the Kai'Sa gets taken down. Polymorph comes through, but they don't have enough damage to follow things off. The Vanguard's Edge gets the catch onto the Thresh, and they will get 1 more kill first. Chasing after the spell, sticks to the Lucian like white on bread, but the Lucian trades back for a double kill. It's a 1,000 go shutdown despite Lucian's best efforts.
Yeah, Mia, when you see a death sentence coming your way, you're not meant to walk straight into it, all right? That's going to lock you down long enough that you will die. 1,000 gold going to Irelia. Guess what? Irelia now has the exact same gold as Silas. Exactly the same. And we also just got news, and I'm looking at community stream. ARK were able to pick up the victory here. So, this is do or die. This is for the three-way try. And IPT, their lead is slowly shrinking. They can't keep making these mistakes in fights. Looking at the gold right now, the only people that are really ahead, like properly ahead, is going to be Olaf in the jungle going full support. That doesn't matter too much. It's almost irrelevant the 1,000 gold that he's picked up. Thresh, 1,000 gold ahead. Support again. It is a benefit that, you know, both the supporting characters of Olaf and Thresh have extra gold, but not by much. The main hero right now is going to be Lucian, 10 and 2. Lucian needs to hard carry this match right now because Silas is now equal in gold with Irelia. And the only thing that's putting her behind in an item discrepancy is the fact that she went for Avarice Blade to cut down the healing that Silas has.
It might also have a little bit of an unintended effect against some of the other targets. They do have a little bit of healing coming with the redemption and all, but I think it is mainly for
everyone's got a bit of healing on the side.
Yeah, but it's mainly for Silas, as you mentioned. It's just kind of like an 800 gold drop. You know, it just sits at the back of your like pocket.
It's a must. And to be honest, until IPT pick up an Avarice Blade, I can't say that they definitely have this match anymore. They need one for Vladimir. Vladimir is 3, 2, and 5. He's carrying some of these fights. They need one to cut down his healing. If not, they're relying on Thresh's Ignite.
It's a lot of reliance onto one support who doesn't even have his Ignite up right now. So if they go for a fight right now, they won't be able to see themselves making full use of that summoner spell.
But this is a really smart play coming out from IPT. Mikhail's Crucible picked up by Thresh. I mean, they're really only catch potentials coming out from Sejuani. That's their main form of crowd control. So Mikhail's Crucible, getting rid of that main target CC. Ragnarok available for Olaf as well, means he can frontline a little bit more. And then on top of that, he's got the Zeke's Harbinger as well.
Teleport coming in from the Vladimir. They're looking to start off the fight. They stole away the Sejuani ultimate, so that might be a call for them to go in. Kaisa going to get caught out, and that's going to be a massive damage source taken out right away. Vladimir tries to jump in onto the Lucian.
He missed his ultimate.
Silas, but he's on his own here.
Vlad
tries
missed
to
his
keep himself alive with the Hourglass, but they won't be able to find a kill onto the Olaf anyway as Irelia joins into the fight.
And guess what, this whole time? Jackson, his natural habitat, just smacking on turrets. I said that Bless was making the initial mistakes. He's, you know, picked it back up. He said, all right, I know exactly what I need to do now in these fights. I know exactly how I need to position. And then he's gone, okay, Mia, you take the wheel.
Well, hello, Lucian tries to jump in right now. They might be able to find a catch on the Nini. The flash away from Sejuani keeps her alive a little bit longer. Flawless Duet finds the stun onto Silas. The Defiant Dance, dishing out a little bit more damage. Stun coming through, surely, but no. The Polymorph comes out. Irelia jumps in. They trade back, but it's 2-for-1 in IPT's favor.
The Lulu ultimate steal coming out from Silas was beautiful, making sure that he had the extra health to sustain through all that damage. There was nothing Nini could do. They forced the fight too early. As soon as Lucian dashes over that wall, you go, no, we're not fighting this. And now Mia's walking into a trap. Thresh is waiting for this to happen.
Death Sentence tried to go for its target, but dodging away this time around. Kaisa manages to stay alive here. Jax joins over, but
it's a 12-2-1 Lucian. Yeah. Marky's having a field day right now. He's loving this.
3 completed items. 4th includes boots, and you talking about the Executioner's Calling, guess who has it?
He's already picked it up. But what I was trying to say earlier is, you know, Bless had a horrible early game. Mia, you know, the 2 kills to start, doing great. Oh no, all the power transitions to Lucian, the bottom side of the map. Now he's dominating that bot lane matchup. And then Bless goes, all right, I got that 1,000 gold shutdown. Here you go, Mia. Take the mantle of throwing the game. And Mia goes, on it, walks into a death sentence, goes down goes down towards the Dragon Pit, just like, I'm just going to take free damage, it's fine. Mia needs to start getting a position. It's a 3-item Kaiser. It is a pretty strong Kaiser pickup here. Luckily that they had to buy the Avarice Blade on Lucian, because he's gone for a rather inefficient build here. He's got the Mortal Reminder and the Black Cleaver pickup. I know it's, you know, a build path that he has to go towards. But they have this window now before he gets his 6th item, where it's not as effective. But still, this is you know, nitpicking. He's got 5 items.
No, yeah, exactly. This is
Mia's got 3.
24 minutes in. Fish. He has 5 items.
It's insane. This guy's a monster. And they've got the Mikhail's Crucible to support him. Zeke's Harbinger picked up already on the Olaf, and then a Redemption to boot. Like, it's going to be very hard. They need to brilliant Vladimir flank to take down this Lucian.
Meanwhile,
started.
a little bit
Spells.
of a fight coming through. Spells takes a lot of his health away. Once again, we're going to see the catch onto a couple of members on JPV's. Silas as
That's
well,
Baron.
stealing Sejuani.
They need to force Baron right now. IPT just chunked out Spelts as well as Shana, and Spelts just showed on the map. They showed that he's still in mid lane. He hasn't gone back to base. IPT just forced this Baron, and as soon as JPV come anywhere close, Silas throws out the Sejuani ultimate, and they can force a fight.
Teleport put them too far away. The redemption coming through to keep them healthy for a little bit longer. Sejuani looking to make the miracle play if she can. Teleport coming in as well. She's going in a little bit too early. Might not be able to find this in time. Won't be able to see anything just yet. Silas gets 1 kill, gets 2. Olaf gets the Baron, flashing forward. Marky jumps in. It's a double kill. And there we go, have it. Janks joins into the fight for the first time in the game as well.
That should be game. That should be IPT just marching it down mid lane and taking every single turret in their way. They might have done the near impossible. They could potentially send this to a 3-way tie.
26 minutes in. They just need to, if they end the game off in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, they come in for a seed.
Yep, 2 minutes and 40 seconds is all they have right now to take the first seed in the tiebreaker. It's no longer a question of if they're going to win. I think JPV's chances are gone. But for IPT to have the first seed taken away from JPV as well, they need to end before 28-44.
Opting to back away here. They're not looking to end off the game just yet.
So now JPV, they've got a dilemma right now. Do they stall out the game beyond 28 minutes and then, you know, try and fight back then? Or still play this game as if they've got something to fight for? Because if they stall out, it's very easy. They just have to clear waves, let turrets fall, and be passive. And then they'll maintain first seed. They will maintain that first seed so that they only have to fight the winner between IPT and Archangels. Or do they still go for the win and try and capitalize on an opportunity at the next Nexus play, a next inhibitor play? Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to march straight down bottom lane to the bottom lane inhibitor. That will be the best place for IPT to start a fight. Bottom lane inhibitor. But JPV could say, screw it. You guys have this. We're just going to wait 28 minutes. And then we'll try and stall the game as long as possible at 28 minutes. Give us that 44 seconds to win. The time is ticking, though, if IPT want first seed.
It's difficult. IPT, they only have a small window to try and get first seed. And even the second seed, right? We'll rely on them closing it out.
Second seed's 29 minutes.
So they only have a 2 more minute window to try and end off the game right now.
1 minute is all they have left to try and take that first seed.
Death Sentence not able to connect just yet. Once again, going to be taking the Sejuani ultimate. A massive one that's time and time again proven to be absolutely integral to them winning these fights. Flawless Duet comes out, but it won't be able to find a target anyway. They're not looking for this fight just yet. Barely dodging away from the Thresh.
They just have to get rid of everything now. Oh, they're trying to go in.
But it's a little bit forced. The Ragnarok comes back around to turn things around. Wild Growth won't be able to save the Kai'Sa here. And 20 minutes in, it's an absolute massacre. IPT chasing after the Polymorph won't stop the Lucian. He has them in their sights, chasing after kills at this point. But
they've done it. They've done it. JPV they've thrown the gauntlet. They said, we're going to fight at the inhibitor. A bit too late. IPT not only claimed the game, but the first seed going to the tiebreaker. What?
No, I took the easy bet. I took the team that went 4-1 and said, yeah, this team should win.
No, not the case.
No, IPT come in, take the game in 28 minutes with 40 seconds left to spare.
So, if you're just watching, Archangels, IPT, and JPV are all tied 4-2. They've all won a game against each other and lost a game against each other in the double round robin, which means there's no strength of victory. Neither team has a head-to-head against either of the other teams, and they all beat the remaining team in their group, which was Royal Zone. So none of them have a better score, per se. The only thing that's differentiating their tie is the time they've spent to win their matches. That's it. That's all that differentiates these teams. IPT now have the fastest time. So they're getting an automatic seed in this tiebreaker match. Then we have JPV, who had the automatic seed if this went past 28 minutes 44 seconds. They are now second seed, and Archangels are third seed, which means we should see JPV play Archangels in the first match of the tiebreakers, and the winner play against IPT, with JPV having side selection.
That's intense. I mean, JPV went from if they took this game, they would have won and would have been the representatives from Group D, to now having to play 2 more games to try and hold that same title.
Yep. That's insane. Like, from 1 win to win it all to that.
Let's take a look at a couple of highlights that we have from that previous game. Yeah, this was just a clear
This is
demonstration
Mia
of how
walking
strong
into a
they
death
were.
sentence.
Mia had a bit of a fight here.
That's just, you can't excuse that. There's no reason for Mia to move forward in that situation. I mean, JPV still fight back here. But Maki with a triple kill. Oof. And I think, unfortunately for JPV, this was their own doing. Fair credit to IPT. When they started to get the ball rolling, they took it and ran with it. But it still looked shaky at 5,000 gold advantage. It still looked shaky. But Bless and Mia, they really need to go back and watch their game and go, what the heck went wrong? Flashing on the spots in that high-pressure situation. Mia walking into mispositions over and over again that were very obvious. Even the level 1. Both Mia as well as Shana getting caught out very early into the match.
That's true.
It's just all these very minor mistakes which you go, if you're 1 game away from representing your group at the national minors, these are mistakes that you can't make, yet alone making them multiple times in a row. You can't do that.
Absolutely. It's a bit of an issue. They definitely have to go back. And, I mean, I think the thing they can work on coming into the next game is just that level 1. That level 1 made no sense. So hopefully when they go into our next match, as we see JPV go up against ARC, they'll have fixed some things and try to pick up that game, and then hopefully they can get a revenge match. Otherwise, we do see IPT coming first place in the first seed position, rather, in our 3-way tiebreaker.
But I like what IPT did during that game. Like, top lane was a write-off. It's fine to be against Jax. Whichever person ganks there, it's just like, Jax will jump away, Vladimir will pull, and, nothing happens there. What I did like is how Olaf played so heavily around bottom side of the map, especially when Silas started winning mid lane. He was like, all right, mid lane's won. Let's go kill bot lane because they're going to send people down bot lane. Yeah. And then they caught out Irelia. They caught out Sejuani. It was just kill after kill after kill. JPV found the window to come back, and then IPT said, you know what? Nah. They snuffed it out immediately. And I think this is well deserved to Maki.
Yeah, Maki. 3 times as MVP, by the way. Out of 6 games. Half of the games, he's the MVP.
The thing to me is, I would have given it to Silas. Okay. I don't mind the Maki MVP. He's 14-2. Like, it's hard not to give it to him, right?
Yeah.
I would have given it to Silas because Silas got the ball rolling. Remember that at the start of the game, Maki got put down. It was 2 kills going over towards Mia. Mia got 2 kills on Kai'Sa.
Yes.
And that was a good gank coming in from Sejuani. This was a lane where there was no flash available for Kai'Sa and Lulu. So that equalized a very aggressive bottom lane. But what Silas did was the spillover effect from destroying Bless in the mid lane led to bottom lane giving Lucian 3 kills, and then 4, and then 5, and then snowballing into the late game. So yes, Maki hammered it home, but I believe that the person who set it all up was Silas in the mid lane. I would have given it to him, but I still think it's well deserved coming out from Maki.
Yeah, so it really just comes down to the kind of judging criteria you have. Both had their kind of strengths in regards to how they contributed to the team and how that eventually led to their win. Either way, they took a very nice game coming out at 28 minutes in. This is a pretty exciting one. We'll be looking forward to see what else IPT have in store as we move into our 2 more games for tiebreakers tonight.
We don't even get to see what they have up next. They're just going to sit back and go, well, we just rolled over the favorites. So let's just do that again for whoever makes it out of that next bracket. Now, Archangels are like, Archangels could basically represent this group because IPT won. If IPT lost here, Archangels get knocked out immediately. But now Archangels have a chance.
That's true. Archangels just, everybody wins. Everybody gets to come back in. So let's take a quick look at our group standings before we move into our next game. Before we go into a break for our next game. Yeah. To see where everybody stands, because we have our first of 3 seeds for Group A, B, and C. But fittingly, Group D, that's that 3-way tie.
IPT, JPV, and Archangels. They've played each other once, and they've lost and won against each other once each.
Pretty interesting way things have turned out. Right, we went into it, IPT, JPV, ARC, we talked about them even on day 1. We were already talking about Group D. We were like, oh, you know what, some of these teams look pretty strong. We don't think that there were going to be any clear out winners like there were going to be in Group A. But I didn't really expect this happening. Jumping into a three-way tiebreak. All the math that everybody was trying to rush to do at the end there.
So we can put this box away.
Oh, yes.
This box doesn't have use right now. We'll wait till we got 2 more games.
Fish's new toy is going to have to take a little bit of a retirement break for now as we go into a break for our game. As we take a look at Arc versus JPV next. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.